right.
10
Makes
seconds.
more sense now. Yeah, I'm looking through this. All right, that seems right.
5
I hadn't
seconds remain.
refreshed the document that I was given.
That's all
All
right.
right.
Night Stalker, the pickup here for Hokori, something we've seen picked up quite a bit, and it is a little bit of a flex pick. Like we saw Gardic taking this hero earlier. We've seen Jubei play it in the 5 as well. We saw it played in the mid lane by Mr. Jeans earlier. So like the Night Stalker is kind of getting to be played all over the place. It was Mr. Jeans that played in the mid lane, if I'm not mistaken, right?
5
Mr. Jeans was the one who played the Night Stalker in the mid lane.
Yeah, he was. Man, played the Storm Spirit the game after that, popped off, had that sick electric vortex towards the end. It was good stuff. Big Jeans fan here, as everybody already knows. It's probably going to be position 3 Night Stalker.
Wow.
All right, not a hero that we're not seeing as often in 7.30. Lion. He was popular at first in the new patch, and then he had kind of fallen off. And now he's not picked up so much. I think he's still being picked up in some Chinese games that I was watching. Pros there still seem to value him. Monkey King grabbed next tier on Hokori. I don't know who's going where on Hokori's lineup now.
10 seconds remain.
I look at these heroes, Ricky. I see Gyrocopter would have been a solid position 1. They could just be copying what Panabu's been doing and running in position 5.
It wouldn't be bad. It could just be Gardic on the Gyrocopter and then the offlane Night Stalker here. Monkey King into the safe lane. You can run Monkey King mid lane. So, I mean, they have a lot of options here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and ban out the Viper here on black and yellow. That would have been a pretty dang good pick. Right now, there's not a lot of options of dealing with the techies. Like, there's none of these heroes are like great at really scouting mines. They ban out Invoker. Okay.
Yeah. Invoker ban is a little bit unusual. Maybe they're worried about. Actually, I'm not. I have no idea what they'd be worried about with the Invoker. I think they need a little bit more lockdown. Cataclysm isn't really an issue, and that seems to be the thing that Invoker is best with right now. Maybe they're concerned about their ability to stall high ground by throwing out like tornadoes and EMPs on top of mines being set up. That could be a possibility.
The Batrider would have been really good here. They ban out the Queen of Pain into the Batrider. Okay. Black and yellow, last pick here is going to be for Esk. I mean, you could go back for the Leshrac here, honestly. Give yourself more building damage and a really fast tempo lineup of the Timbersaw Leshrac. You have the follow-up stuns with the Lion as well. I mean, it's really not bad, but... I'm trying to think what could counter it from the mid lane if you go for the Lesh here. Kunkka. Ooh, Kunkka is still in the game.
Yeah. You could go for the Ember Spirit and then go Blade Mail. I think you're thinking Kunkka for who? Black and yellow?
I'm thinking if they pick the Lesh, they can go Kunkka here on the side of Hokori, and then it's not a bad Kunkka game. Yeah, they're gonna go for the Lesh. I think it is like I think it is still a really good pick for them. Hokori. It's hard to say, man. You don't want to pick melee cores into a techies and a Sven. Like it's not the best, but I'm not sure what options you really have to deal with this Leshrac here.
5 seconds.
I mean, I would have been kind of cool with a mid lane Ember Spirit and you rush a Blade Mail or something like that in order to deal with the hero, but I feel like the Ember into the techies and the Sven. You need something else that can. You want to deal with the Leshrac in lane, yes, but you also want to be able to deal with the Sven as the game goes on. And I'm not sure what ticks all of those boxes right now.
Man, look at me, neph. Dumped. I got it.
Yeah, what, 9 hours in, Ricky, and you absolutely still do got it. We're only 8 hours in, actually. This is nothing. Just the lack of breaks kind of gets to you.
I start at 12:30. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here for 8.5.
That is true. Plus, you got suboptimal pizza. That's probably what's holding you back.
Excuse me? What makes my pizza suboptimal?
The green apples.
That is a buff, not a debuff. Thank you, Neff. Green apples on pizza are definitely a buff.
hard disagree. I think it is absolutely disgusting.
Some sun-dried tomatoes,
10 seconds.
green
They, like,
apples, spinach.
They cook the pizza with the green
5
apples on them.
seconds.
Yeah.
Or
So
do
they
add
become
the
like little
apple?
crispy. They're like little bit like crispy, sweet little niblets on your pizza. It's delicious.
Yeah. Gross.
The world just doesn't know, man. You guys are I'm out here living in 3021. You guys are still in 2021. Let me know when you catch up.
I don't know what the world's gonna look like in 10 years. The rate that we're going at, I don't like it. Let's get back to the topic of the video games, which I do like. Thank you very much. um, I don't know. The Kunkka, it's going to be able to take up and survive a lot of this damage. It can stand the ground against Leshrac in the lane. You can harass him down with Tidebringer. It'll lack tower damage at the start a little bit on the side of Hokori. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to punish this techies. But again, as the game goes on, you'll be able to do decent damage to builds. I think Analog will eventually get himself a solid cross. I'm kind of losing right now.
One thing I don't understand is Jubei plays a lot of techies and he just doesn't have a set. Where is the techies set? Like, he plays a lot of techies. Level 23, 0 items. Can someone convince Jubei to use a set, please? There's so many good items for this hero.
Maybe he's just anti-hat like I am. That's possible.
No such thing. You can't say that.
He's level 23 on the techies. I'm sure people have offered to give him techie sets. Probably tells him to piss off.
Jubei would be the guy that would be like, yes, and then he just deletes it once someone gifts it to him.
Or sells it.
Just no, he was. Yeah, you can really usually like gift them sets. A lot of stuff you can only gift once, but I can imagine like someone would like gift them the Arcana, be like, oh thanks, and then like open like on stream, just thanks, and then just like unbox and instantly delete it.
Is that the kind of person he is?
It's pretty based, and Jubei is definitely based one.
Yikes! I know I've tuned into his stream a couple of times, and that's it. The chat is wild, to be sure.
Yeah,
I did really like his interview after he beat Bumblebees in TI qualifiers the first time, though. That was some base shit right there.
Yeah, I can't say I know too much about the guy.
Yeah, you could hear the spite in the man's voice.
Oh, there was a lot of spite in everyone for that tournament. Yeah, people were. Oh yeah, they were ready. What are we still paused for? Do we know yet? Just pause from Hokori here. Just waiting to jump back into this game.
Oh God, I think I'm gonna be.
No, they didn't say why. But it gives a chance to look over everybody's items. The Timbersaw, what we've seen from him now in 7.30C is people not putting the first point to reactive armor or chain. Rolling Death is a little bit stronger. So yeah, I think he's like exclusively played against strength heroes. He was picked up a lot more in 7.29, but I'm kind of glad that he's fallen off. The Timbersaw lanes were kind of miserable before, and yes, he'd end up he'd fall off in the late game, but he was just like way too good if you hadn't have like a specific counter pick to him, or if he doesn't kind of mess up a little bit in lane. Your safe lane carries lane is just miserable. So I'm glad that Timbersaw got a couple of nerfs as often as he's picked up now.
G's are out. We're back into the game.
Got boots first item on
This man's on a mission to get out of the base as fast as possible.
Is that the strat?
Yeah, it actually is. Look how far ahead he is than everyone.
Yeah, but he got boots.
The hero's zooming, dude. I mean, he's gonna regen all that health off, no problem. Blast off and back off cooldown. I'm surprised he didn't go for a more aggressive ward.
Yeah, I mean, you blast off, you smoke up, you buy boots as your first item to put the ward on your side of the river. I don't know. Kind of suspect here. Okay, in fact, that one can get dewarded by somebody just going I can't draw right now. It won't let me draw.
Yeah, we're
How
paused.
come I can? There we go. I can draw on the map, but not the game. Like over there, that direction. You can see that one, right?
I see some squiggles in the mid lane. Yeah.
I'm doing my best here. Like that. How's that?
I just see an arrow pointing towards mid tower. I don't know what that means, Neff. It's late in the night, guys. Neff's not known for his artistic skills, okay? He's known for his beauty.
Can you see that ping?
No, I can't see any pings. You can't ping while paused anyway.
Saw that coming. Ha! Get it?
What can you do?
What can you do? A legend once said.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Zero. We got El Micho back in it. Yeah, I'm curious about this Boots first item techies. I feel like your harass is going to be kind of limited here, but if he's level 3 on or 23 on techies, I'm sure he understands to play the hero perfectly well.
Boots
I used
first
to play
is normal to me. In my this is how I usually go. I go boots first. I usually grab a couple clarities, but he's just gonna be spamming blast off in lane. It seems he's not even gonna bother. He'll just suicide off of like the second blast off in lane and come back with more items. Get towards that soul ring is all that matters.
Yeah, I played it back in like 2014 quite a bit when you'd stack landmines on top of themselves. I think Techie's a lot cooler than he used to be. He's pretty boring before.
Yeah,
but
this iteration of techies is definitely the best. Just like walking through and getting instantly deleted by proxy mines was super not fun. Anyone who remembers those days, those were the dark days of techies. Nowadays, it's not nearly as bad.
Yeah, but you can play so many mind games from the very beginning of the game last time. You like play really stupid in some area, and they'd be like certain there were mines over there, and they'd buy a sentry ward and then drop it on nothing. And then you would do it again, and they would do another sentry ward, and then you do it from the actual location where your mines are, and they just walk right into them.
Mm-hmm. See, those are way too big brain plays for a lot of people, Neff. This is how you got your 6K MMR, I see.
My MMR is pathetic now.
We don't talk about that though.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry, mine's not very good either. It used to be.
That's all right. Well, we'll climb before TI.
Copium. I knew exactly where that one was going. It's fine. I'd be immortal if I wanted to be. The classic. Zero's actually safe lane on this Timber Saw. So they're trying to dodge out this Monkey King lane. And it makes sense. Monkey King and Gyrocopter is a really rough duo for him to deal with. And instead, they're going to be able to have this like tri-lane with the Sven, Boris being on the Lion, and then of course Jubei's Techies. That is a lot of CC and a lot of magic damage. They're going to see RDO at the rune. He has to back off. There's no way he contests this.
Of the universe and the pride of 10 people on the line.
Okay, I mean, overall, this lane setup's going to really favor black and yellow if they get this. Oh, well, they just saw that ward get dropped and an instant D-ward by Jubei. That is an easy 25 XP for both him and Boris, and the quick 100 gold for him.
Yeah, absolutely based. He's going to look to grab first blood up here, it looks like. I mean, they've got double stun and...
They see the Sven now, and RDO instantly TP's bottom. He knows there is no reason for him to be there. And they're going to go ahead and swap Night Stalker up to the top. Maybe you can collapse onto Gardic. There's going to be the first stun into the second. In comes Jubei on the blast off. The first blood damage isn't there. Missile will buy him a little bit of space, and Gardic, he just needs the Earth Spike from downtown. Will he get it on the ground target? He does. Max range. First blood goes to Jubei. Oh my god. Techie's getting a last hit on a hero is not very common.
No, especially, I mean, he didn't have, it wasn't a melee hero, so he doesn't have the extra damage block, but he did have the bonus armor from a tower as well, so it did practically nothing to him there, but he did manage to finish him off just barely. I'm surprised he's sticking around here. He's not going to be able to find a kill off from the Night Stalker. This guy is way too tanky for Techie Suicide to work.
Hey, he's
Bottom
just pulling,
lane.
though. Oh, well, kind of pulling.
Yeah,
He's going to deny the rage cream.
Yeah, I thought they'd end up grabbing Zero there, but didn't have level 2 on RDO just yet. So no balance strike means no kill onto the Timber Saw. And I mean, as long as Timber Saw gets his level 3 reasonably quickly here, he will be able to fight into RDO. He can't have too many of his creeps denied.
Mid lane going pretty evenly, right? Esk versus Analog. The Leshrac, we've seen this matchup a couple times here of recent, and it's not great into the Kunkka. He just has a lot of physical damage that he can cleave off of, but he's playing it really well so far on this Leshrac.
Well, at the beginning, it's Leshrac favored. He's able to get a lot of CS by throwing out the Lightning Storm, but once you go through the majority of your mana, it's difficult to get it all back.
So I'm not sure if you've seen Jubei play the techies, but he a lot of times will just stack the hard camp and then kill all the hard camps.
I saw that with you during DPC. I was losing it.
Yeah.
I was actually molly. I just don't want people in my pubs to be doing that.
All right, blocks the small camp there. Quite nice. Jubei is gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna be surprised if he doesn't stack the ancients as well, because these proxy mines. Yep, he's gonna do both. I was like, proxy mines are pretty good at clearing ancients as well. The classic techie stack.
Got too much range.
Second highest range in the game, right? What's his attack range? 700?
700.
No. Ancient Apparitions was more unless they reduced
Oh, right.
it.
715 on Ancient Apparition, right?
Yeah, they might have reduced it. I think he had the longest attack range, though.
Oh, yeah, they reduced it. It's 675 now.
Okay, yeah, it's like I feel like they reduced it in like a recent patch, being like a weird little thing.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle.
Overall, though, lane's going pretty well for black and yellow. They're not struggling too hard on these side lanes. Being able to find the amount of farm that they have so far on Yamsun is really good. Vitali not really struggling, though, against this, quote, like, I guess you could say quote-unquote tri-lane, but it's really just Jubei jungling at this point, so...
Yep. The jungle's back, baby. He does end up getting the stack on both these yet again. I mean, here's the bad part about techies stacking up and clearing this himself. He's not going to get any bonus golds. It's kind of like gold wasted if he doesn't let Leshrac kill it. Boris might just go down here.
A lot of damage, but they're going to go ahead and turn around Jubei. He's showing up. He ends up not throwing... Oh, he didn't have Earth Spike. It was on cooldown. Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't have Hex either. Ended up going Mana Drain at level 2.
The Mana Drain is quite good against this Gyrocopter. That's super annoying, I think. Oh, in some trouble here. A lot of creeps wrapping around. Ooh, Stormhammer, he whiffs on the blast off, though. And now Jubei just super low. Boris in trouble as well. Missile coming out, going to connect onto the techies. And with the Void, they get that kill pretty easily. Yamsun trying to turn back around. There's going to be another Earth Spike Stormhammer in 3 seconds. Maybe they can bring down this Night Stalker, but he's so damn tanky. 6 armor, so much regen as well. And it's about to be nighttime, and it just got much more difficult to deal with this Night Stalker in this lane.
Yep. At the very least, he doesn't have any mana right now, so they're going to struggle to get the kill. You don't want to dive that, Vitali. Not against the Lion. But we're going to see action in the bottom lane, but this has been a relatively slow lane down here. Timbersaw, just too much armor for the Monkey King to actually bring down. And mid lane's been pretty slow as well. Kunkka now ahead at, like we mentioned, Esk, once he runs out of mana, it becomes a lot easier for the Tidehunter, whose only real limit to his harass and CS secure is the cooldown on Tidebringer. We're gonna look for another kill into Gardic here, but catching up to him is pretty difficult. He's got 315 base movement speed, even with the Windlace and the Boots of Speed on Gardic. They do see him coming early because of that Observer Ward over here.
Jesus, that is a large stack on that hard camp. I'm curious if Jubei is going to clear this one himself. He would need the level 2 proxy mine to do it. Otherwise, Esk with the new point in Pulse Nova, he can clear it right now. And that might be what he does. Jubei might just kind of stick around here for some experience.
He might drop a single proxy mine on it.
Oh.
He doesn't.
Oh,
no. He does. Oh my.
All right, Juve. All right,
man?
Juve. And he just takes the mid lane farm. All right, this guy.
Oh, dude. If
Juve's
somebody
the
does-
carry now, man.
So if somebody does that, like 50% of Dota players just start running it down if you're the Leshrac.
Yeah, if this were a pub and you're like techies just like stole the half the big stack and the mid lane farm, they'd probably break their items.
Yeah.
That's
It would be deserved
that's
as
what I'd
well.
expect out of a lot of my carry players. That's what they would do.
If I get that Overwatch case, I'm not reporting them. I'd say it's a reasonable response.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, they get the kill onto the Timber Saw and they continue to push the tower here. They've got the catapult. They're gonna TP into the fog here of these trees, and Zero. There's a lot of damage on the Timber Saw, but he's not level 6 yet, and he really needs that Chakram to try and chew through some of these guys. Boris rotating in as well is going to find El Misho-esque with the Split Earth to follow, and that is a super dead Nyx Assassin. We'll take the 1 kill, and Zero managed to pull the creep waves back far enough so that the tower does not go down to that catapult. Well played by him. We'll get level 6 now, though.
He might decide to deny this tower. RDO is kind of looking for it. In fact, I think he's going to try to backdoor it, but here's Juve.
Tower is under attack.
There?
Oh.
Zero was just not close enough for that.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Mid lane, Leshrac in a lot of trouble. The X comes out from Analog and holding him in place just long enough for Vitality to TP on in. They're going to give the kill on over to their mid laner.
The elements now.
Wait, I can see dead heroes.
No, you can't.
I can see Leshrac's death summary right now.
If you've already selected him before he went down.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. I mean, it's just death summary didn't work at all before the patch, so something worked, I guess. Mid lane, they dive Yamsun. Bottom lane, they take down the Monkey King, so a 1-for-1 trade on the cores, but your mid lane tower is in trouble.
Structures are fortified.
They're gonna try to defend this one, but with them already set up here, boat still boat off a cooldown. They didn't have to commit it.
No Dark Ascension, though, and Esk does a ton of damage here on the Leshrac. The boat comes through, giving him that rum buff, though. They're just gonna be able to disengage. Zero, there is no tree there. Yamsun back into the top lane, trying to farm up here. Not really having a lot of success on this Sven.
I mean, yeah, he's fourth in net worth chart. Usually want to be a little bit more farm than this, and unfortunately, he doesn't have any big camp stacks to clear. He will have the ancients in a little bit, but I think he wants to put one more point into Great Cleave first. Maybe finish up this Master Bandage before he goes for it. Hopefully, they don't see it on Hokori. They do have a
Nice pick off there from those guys, which is good. Good spell layering overall to finish off that kill. And Zero back up to the top lane. He wants to help take down this tower. As 4 points in the Edict now, going to make quick work of this tower. And it's a good decision. They really needed to do this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jubei
So now-
stacking the Ancient Camp one more time, and he gets it.
gets the silence off on a Kunkka.
Is the damage there, though? There's no Finger of Death mana, and as a result, Analog just kind of walks away.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Boris is gonna walk away afterwards as well. This mid tower sitting so low. I'm surprised they have an option to deny. I think they're waiting for techies to come back in before they do.
Zero?
There's a play there by Zero.
Playing really aggressively. He might be in trouble. RDO is coming in. Boris, he does have the stun onto 2, but it's not going to be enough. Timbersaw is going to catch a boat. And that's 5 heroes from Hokori into the mid lane to help secure this tower. And they grab it. Sven trying to clear up this ancient stack. He's doing work with this God Strength and the Mask of Madness, but El Misho, he's got... Yeah, they're all rotating in. They don't want to let this happen. They catch him with the Nyx Assassin. Analog comes in, the X into the Torrent. They're going to take him down.
Gets the stun off on 2.
And the 4 big ancient creeps are left. Oh no, that's so much gold the Sven's gonna be losing out on here.
Yeah, they somehow defend that one. They thought that they had. I think they thought this sentry would end up covering any sort of detection that they had up on top of the hill, but ended up placing the observer ward over here behind the tier 1 tower. Not something they were expecting. And yeah, net worth lead continues to go the way of Hokori here because of that. I'm sure they'd love to push the tier 1 tower in the mid lane with 4 points of diabolic edict, but I don't think Hokori's gonna give them the opportunity to. And putting the pressure on.
Dire should look
Yeah,
to
Boris hasn't had an opportunity yet to put this first finger of death to good use. And
on the hunt for radiant.
he's looking for analog right now, but he's just too slow. Analog, the new movement speed on Kunkka is way too much for him to deal with. Torrent not going to connect. Boris though, held in place by the X, needs to be a little bit careful here. Drops the Hex, has to back though. He's got no mana.
Oh. All right. Amisho popping Vendetta here. I don't think he's going to get on top of anybody. He opts to chase Zero down, but I don't think you're going to find a kill on him. Esk is probably your best bet.
They got Ward Sentry scouting El Misho entirely. They know he's there. But there's no detection. Oh, he walks into detection, though. He's just scouting him out with the Edict. Neph, we talked about this the other day. It tracks Invis.
Oh, yeah. It's very easy to follow him because of that one. He catches people in fog as well. Punished pretty hard there. He didn't even get the opportunity to use Spike Carapace there, did he?
He popped the Spike Carapace over on the ramp. So over here, when they're on the right side of the fight, he got caught by Leshrac, popped the Spike Carapace, but didn't end up connecting. Man, they're going to know exactly where these techies' mines are since he happens to be doing this in vision of this ward.
All right, Sven starting to catch back up. Still, he is about 1,000 net worth down from this Monkey King, but if he fights into him after he gets this Echo Saber done, the matchup is favorable. RDO is going to look for Sven. Rocket comes out on the Yimson.
Yeah, call down comes through as well. There's no one TPing in for this. He's just dead. They pop the Dark Ascension for this as well. Crippling Fear. He misses the stun here on Boris, rather. He's going to need some help, though. Hex is available. Drops it. Chakram as well. But there's just going to be a double kill for RDO on the Monkey King. They managed to hold down Zero, Boris, and Jubei. Just going to go down on these supports. Not much that they can do. He just didn't want to TP in on Lesh, and I don't blame him. He doesn't have the Yules completed. He didn't have the mana.
Honestly, none of them should have TP'd in. They popped the Dark Ascension there on Night Stalker and just sat on top of the Lion and then the Techies as soon as they came in on this tier 2 tower. Once they lost the Sven here, they need to either move together or just leave the tower to begin with.
A lot of damage from that flak. Zero looking to get Gardic. He's got a Timber Chain and he's going to grab him. Nice play by Zero on the Timber Saw there and good use of the flak, putting him within kill threshold.
Yeah. Kunkka's gonna be working on a BKB now, which makes sense. The major threat is, the Kunkka mines, the Lion disable, and the damage from Leshrac. Sven doesn't feel like he's online yet, and he's not going to be for a little bit still. He'll do a little bit of damage with his Echo Saber, but until he gets a BKB himself, he's not going to be able to stand his ground in the fights.
They have to go on El Misho now. The Sentry's going to scout him.
Yeah, he tries to get the Yules off on him with S, but El Misho's wise to it. You wasted Spike Carapace. You can go back in on this. He doesn't have the movement speed, though. Not to gap the distance, unfortunately.
Dire should look to their top.
Until he smokes up. Nighttime hits. I think they're going to get on top of Jubei pretty easily here.
Yeah, Dark Ascension, a great way to start the fight. And Boris, bottom lane, he's just going to be an easy pickoff for the side of Hokori here. Zero hiding in the trees like, they won't notice me, right? He's gonna have to just deny the tower, it seems.
Yeah. Exactly what he does.
They're really looking for him. I don't think they have a chance of grabbing him, though. Yeah, he's out. That's still in the top lane, though, I imagine. Yeah, it's like, I imagine they're gonna try and punish him for this eventually. And in comes Analog. The X comes out.
Yules.
He's gonna wait. Yeah, pulls him back. Pig mode activated, trying to run away. RDO is gonna be able to find him in the trees, though, pretty dang easily. Split Earth on the mark, but dodges it with a mischief, and they will just surround this Disco Pony.
Doing his best to stall for time right now, it feels like, but I don't know. It feels like every one of these kills, I just get some further ahead here on Hokori. XP and net worth are more even than they should be. All I can see is +1 level, but 70% win probability right now for Hokori. At +2 levels. I really miss the old XP graph.
It's for all of us.
It's a fighting an arcane rune on the techies. I don't know. Unless he gets an Agnum Scepter, I don't see him catching out any of these heroes. A lot of them are strength heroes, so they're going to be pretty tanky to begin with. But they seem pretty disciplined with these sentries that they're placing as they push lanes.
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
Misho. Yep,
Ooh, the cleave reflection onto the Sven. He baited him perfectly on El Misho, and now Yamsun just gonna die here in the mid lane. Really well played by this Nyx assassin, and now able to stun up the Timbersaw. He's out of mana. Jubei trying to do what damage he can here on this techies, but it's not gonna be enough. He does have those mines on the backside, but they are not going to connect onto anyone. They could potentially threaten the high ground. They don't have a sentry seeing these different the mines there.
They have a gem now, though, and they're playing fairly.
Oh my god, they do have a gem.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well. And yeah, they ended up scouting that one out with the torrent, and he's gonna realize that they scouted those ones out now. So I imagine he's just up placing mines elsewhere. But
Dire's top tower is under
trying to go on to Esk in the top lane. But they see Boris. Vitality's not going to go on them. Not until he finishes up a BKB, which is a pretty long way off. Still working on an Echo Saber. Esk is getting closer to his, by the way. He is just 1,250 gold off of his BKB. It's difficult for him to sit in the middle of the team fight against a Nyx assassin. Otherwise, he just gets stunned up and instantly killed. There's going to be a lot of physical damage he has to worry about, but for now, it's impossible to fight into them without this BKB. I don't think
Boris can catch some heroes here in the jungle, and Split Earth does stun up 2 of them, but Boris not long for this world. We'll get picked off here. Garda can make quick work. Speaking of BKBs, by the way, Analogs is dead on his courier. It's just now being sent out. He's gonna make it. All right, BKB delivered.
Now they're gonna go to the Roche pit. I don't know. Without Lesh's BKB, they can't fight into this one. This is just going to be a free Roche.
Yeah, you need Lesh's BKB, and you need Timbersaw. Timbersaw is the only real damage you're gonna have throughout this pit. It's not a fast Roshan, but they have no intention of contesting, it seems, as Yamsun is still... I mean, he's really underfarmed for his Sven. Jubei does his best there. He actually almost kills 3 heroes. A little bit of extra help there from another hero, and he might have been able to do it.
That's the issue. He didn't have the shard, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if he had the shard, if it was, at that 20-minute mark and he has it, he probably kills an extra hero there.
Okay. But yeah, Leshrac doesn't want to fight with that BKB. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. This game is so difficult. Sven is falling further and further behind the Monkey King, working on his BKB. But majority of the map is just controlled by black and yellow. They play a little bit slower than they should, due to the fact that there could be mines in a lot of places. But Jubei's only had the chance to set up a couple, not enough to secure himself any kills. Just 1 in 5 at the moment. Again, playing,
RDO is looking for Boris, and Boris realizes he is in a lot of trouble here. X into the torrent, and that is a dead lion for sure. Missile from downtown is going to catch him.
Yep.
They're trading towers technically, as Zero is pushing bottom, but not nearly as fast.
No flamethrower, no meteor hammer. He will have the BKB in a moment. 2 more creeps? 1 more creep? No, he's just going to go for the tower instead. Fair enough. Jubei continues trying to trap up this triangle here.
Oh, I mean, Nyx, did he forget? Okay, no, he didn't forget. I thought he was just about to walk over those mines. Misho does have a blink dagger now, which is quite a big pickup for him. Jubei just kind of hiding onto the side here.
They're pinging it out. They know that he's over here.
Dire's bottom tower is
Up on the high ground. They are smoked up. Initiation right onto the Kunkka, but can they bring him down? He's got the gem, and that's on the deck. Zero snipes it. Grix picks up with his BKB, and RDO. That's going to be his first life. The ages get consumed so fast. Yamsung coming back. A great stun from Boris. The finger of death comes out. They get a double kill. 4 heroes dead. They're looking for Gardic on the run. The only survivor. This is your 5 position gyro. Oh my god. What a high ground play from Black and Yellow, punishing Hokori, thinking they're stronger than they are.
I mean, the net worth was relatively even. You have a little bit of an advantage there for Hokori, but the BKBs had just come out on Black and Yellow. That was the moment they hit their power spike. Leshrac and this Sven Timber saw all. And at that point, you're not able to take the fight into them. They just started backing out immediately, but huge amount of stun. Jubei ended up finishing up that shard there. Tossing a suicide onto the enemies. Stormhammer comes out. Split Earth comes out. Very heavy punishment. This is what they were waiting for, man.
It is. Like they just had no idea that they had those BKBs done. Like there's always that moment where you're like, all right, so and so like got their BKB delivered, and now they're gonna smoke up. But to have 3 heroes on the same team complete their BKBs all within like 30 seconds of each other, and then take a high ground fight, like that just doesn't happen that often.
Well, they definitely weren't prepared for that one.
And now you have the gem on Jubei. He's got himself his blast off shard like you pointed out in the last fight, and you are super happy if you are the techies here.
That's 20% magic resistance talent instead of the proximity mine cooldown.
You do that for a blast off. Otherwise, you just take a ton of damage to yourself every time you use it.
Makes sense.
It's also just genuinely good. As far as like talents go, like 20% magic resistance is really strong, but now you can like use blast off and not almost kill yourself in every fight.
Yeah, 40% magic resist. So you take what, instead of 50% of your max HP and magic damage, it ends up being like I don't know,
20% less of that.
Well, yeah, but then you have the 25% base, so I don't know. I don't want to do the math.
That's all right. We went to the NA School of Math. We didn't go to a prestigious university of some kind. Woo! That's trying to find RDO there. Almost used Jubei. Where'd he get El Misho? Well, we got to enter spectator mode to find the corpse. 1 second. In the mid lane, it would seem.
I'm so smart for figuring that one out. Go me. Anyway, Blink Dagger almost done now on the Sven. He's used his BKB once. I don't think Leshrac's been forced to use it yet. No.
Yeah,
Or
he used it in the last fight, didn't he?
So.
They all used it on the
Yeah.
high ground. Literally, all of them just popped it and ran right in. And he actually finds another shawl, which is really strong for him this game. I mean, Leshrac on the last game, we saw how much damage this guy pumped out, and has the same build, right? This Yule's BKB Kaya into this Bloodstone. He's just going to be a huge issue for them.
I do think that he needs I do think that he needs a little bit of armor, but that can wait for now. At the moment, he just wants to be able to pump out damage. If they commit on the Sven, the Leshrac is going to be the solution, right?
Yeah, it's quite a good Shiva's game as well, which is a great item for Lesh, so we may see him back for that after the Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Who took the gem? Nobody. They based it. Okay.
Interesting. Where is it in base?
It's on Techie's courier.
Okay.
They're actually going to find the Nyx assassin here underneath the sentry Yules. Into the split earth. Quick little pick off there. Nicely done. He thought he was safe with that ward on the backside, thinking that they didn't have a sentry up top, but it was on the other side.
Yeah. Off of just that team fight, win probability spiked pretty heavily in favor of Black and Yellow as well.
Oh my gosh.
tower is under attack.
Yes, it did.
And that's really all it takes for Sven to get back into the game. Jubei's mostly been mining up areas inside their triangle, inside their base, establishing vision over a lot of areas in the base. But Dire also has some pretty aggressive wards that they said a long time ago. And now they're playing more so inside their vision. If you try to make an aggressive play to reclaim your jungle, I think Hokori is going to be able to punish you for it. In fact, the DD rune on Kunkka, it's even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Is the 10-second or the 9-second BKB on the Monkey King? He's working on an Eye of Scotty right now. It's solid against a Leshrac, being able to provide that 50% slow, especially if he's working on this Bloodstone that he's got right now, preventing his healing.
Well, they see the mines up on this high ground. They're like, all right, never mind. We cannot push there. There's the techies doing evil things over there. How close is he to this Ags? He's actually got 2,100 gold. I'm assuming he's going for it.
Yeah. He's got to be. It'd be great if they had a Philosopher's Stone, but not that fortunate. He hasn't found too many kills himself either. They've been very careful about that on Hokori.
Down the strike mid lane onto Boris. Quick boundless strike, and they'll find themselves that kill.
Not the end of the world. I think losing line here is even more insignificant than losing the techies.
Yeah, techies is actually a big part of your team fight, which is like, you know, pretty interesting. You don't see that all that often. The blast off shard is pretty huge.
What is it? 1.75 seconds stun. Is silence 7 seconds after that or 7 seconds overall?
7 seconds overall.
Okay. You're stunned and you're silenced, and then but still, that stun is pretty big.
That completes the Bloodstone, by the way. Pretty big. BKB done on Vitali, going for a Heart of Tarask. RDO, we haven't really talked about his item progression in a bit, but has that BKB Echo Saber Maelstrom on his way to the Eye of Scotty. I mean, he is super farmed here on this Monkey King. He has been pretty farmed all game, but
he was at the top of the net worth for a while, but Leshrac managed to surpass him just recently. He's not wasting any time. Ooh, ceremonial rope.
That is quite good for Lesh.
Someone's got to take it, right? Jubei picks it up.
Ooh, Gardic trying to demine here. Yamsun's a little bit too far forward, though, and will back up for Staff to give him the space he needed.
I think I wasn't able to get the X. Yeah, was it like a 3-minute Roche respawn or just about? So that's what they're playing for right now in Hokori, right? Because they're playing against Techies Minds, they want to be able to sit somebody on the high ground or have somebody play super far forward, go on top of these heroes, be able to get back up.
Kunkka did go back for the Assault Cuirass on his way to the SNY. They actually smoke up on everyone here for the side of black and yellow.
Well, they're playing around this pit, man. This next Aegis is going to be pretty important for Hokori. If black and yellow give this one up, then Hokori have a decent shot at closing this game out.
Vitali able to get out for the moment. Oh, he Force Staff's back in, gets stunned up, and now the damage actually misses on the Timber Chain, but S trying to just stay on top of the BKB comes out. He's going to survive, but the Wukong's command. You can't fight inside of a Yamsun forced to retreat. Analog just beating him down here on this Kunkka, and he's going to pull him right back. What a blink dodge. He's going to be able to escape, but they're going right into the mines. They've got to be careful. There goes down on the Nyx. They retreat into the no fun zone. Timbersaw, for the time being, trying to escape. Does a lot of damage with that flamethrower. Esk, he's ready to rejoin the fight. Yule's into the split earth. Gardic tries to get away for the moment. He's not using these spider legs. Jubei? Uh-oh. He's going to get caught by the crippling fear, and he goes down. Yamsun is back, though.
S is getting controlled up on the backside of the team fight. He's not able to do anything. A homing missile hit him. He ended up getting connected with a homing missile. Sorry, I said homing missile twice. The X marks the spot. It is getting very late over here.
Yule's into the split earth. He does find Vitali this time and tries to save him here on Analog, but it's not going to be enough. Did he have a ward? He kind of did.
Yeah.
The Techies mines, I guess, saw him. And Roshan, what a respawn. No God Strength on the Sven yet. You don't take it fast enough on the side of black and yellow.
No. Unfortunately, I mean, without the God Strength, I don't think you're going to be able to grab this one. Timbersaw can kind of whittle it down. Leshrac can do some decent damage, but putting yourself in the pit up against Wukong's man, call down, you're going to throw away the lead that you've been clawing back so desperately if you try to go for it. I don't think either team can afford to set up inside the Roche pit. Not without winning a team fight.
So Jubei went for a Blink Dagger as opposed to going for the Aghanim Scepter. Now, my question is, can you blast off and blink immediately? Like if you blast off in, can you blink out?
I think so.
Because that'd be pretty epic.
I actually, you shouldn't be able to do that. If it counts as magical damage.
Yeah, but
like
doesn't self damage not work on like canceling blink dagger? Oh, they actually find Boris here on the line. He gets the hex off, a quick force staff as well. There's the jump in from Jubei. They take down 2. No buyback on this Monkey King either, and Gardic just gonna get ran down by Esk here. Yules comes through. They find the Kunkka, the splitter. He's forced to BKB it, but Yamsun is here. And with that God Strength duration still available, they go right into the Roshan.
There's nothing they're able to do about this one. They'll take this one reasonably quick as well with the Chrysalis. They've got Daedalus queued up right now instead of the Silver Edge. I'm not sure I agree with that one, but at the very least, Fen is going to do huge damage numbers.
All right, Aegis and Shard once again. Esk gonna grab both on this Leshrac, just like last game. Black and yellow managing to pull themselves ahead.
Yep. You were right, by the way. You can blink afterwards. I was watching in the middle of that fight. He didn't disable his blink dagger when he blast offed in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because Pudge's blink dagger, it used to be disabled by Rot, and then they changed it so that you didn't like cancel your own blink dagger by self damage. And I think blast off would have the same reasoning. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so he can go in and then get back out as long as he is very quick with it. The only issue is you're potentially jumping into Rocket Barrage, Wukong Command, Torrents, Boats. You're potentially jumping into just like Carapace. Yeah. A lot of solutions for what he's got.
He is super farmed on this techies though. And having him carry the ceremonial robe is actually pretty dang funny. That blast off does a ridiculous amount of damage, especially after the 15 talent. He's gonna have the 20 talent as well as the reduced cooldown. Ends up, dude, it goes down to 11. What is this cooldown? 13 seconds? Jesus.
The ceremonial robe also gives him just a little bit longer disable time on his enemies, so he's able to get off the proximity mines afterwards before they can activate a BKB.
At 1.75 activation delay. Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as he's very quick with it. Without that, you're just not going to be fast enough to get it on the ground. To get it before they pop a BKB. They smoke up now, though. They've got good positioning here on Hokori, but it is not nighttime. If they catch up the Night Stalker during the day and he doesn't manage to pop Dark Ascension,
they have a
easily
great ward.
Fight.
Oh, they see RDO. He force staffs forward, but he just gets stunned right away. And Lion, he's going to go down. There's the Dark Ascension. Pop trying to stay on top of this Leshrac, and Zero, he's forced to pop the BKB to get out of here. They're going to turn on to Fatale, but again, his BKB comes out. S does not want to commit his. He's still got the Aegis. Pops the Bloodstone heal instead, and there's going to be the mines in the mid lane. They are so afraid to walk forward here on the side of Black and Yellow, or on the side of Hokori. They're like, guys, we can't fight there.
There's only 2 mines.
I don't know that, though. You can hide more.
No, you count the antennas on them to figure out how many there are.
Yeah, but if you stack them perfectly, it's still really hard. All right, mid lane, he turns back in on Esk, pulled back by the X though. Stunned up as well. He's again got the Aegis. BKB comes out from Analog Stormhammer onto the gyro. The chain stuns. They're looking for the Monkey King on the backside, and they get him. And now it is all time for Black and Yellow to go on the offensive. Esk, he's ready to go, trying to find more here. Gardic up onto the high ground, but Jubei cuts him off. Can they finish him off in time? He gets a cleave from the low ground.
Like you said, no buyback of the Monkey King. They're just going to run this down the mid lane. They can buy a little bit of time with the Fortify here, but they're going to take buildings so quickly.
Oh, Yules, no. They found the Nyx Assassin. He will get the Spike Carapace off, but ends up being a triple kill for Yamsun. Did they carry the gem out now? They did. It's been sitting on Lesh now.
Yep. Now they go up to the high ground.
And he is going the Shivas, dude. This item is so good this game.
Are they going to aggressively forward the creeps here?
They can if they need to. Call down comes through. Fortification comes out. They've still got 2 catapults. I would have expected them to fort them, but Esk with the Edict should make quick work of the tower no matter what.
And the thing is, they're not going to lose a...
Oh my goodness, this tower push is so fast.
Proximity Mines, Flamethrower, Diabolic Edict, and Sven.
That hits everything. They are out. 18,000 gold lead here on the side of black and yellow. I mean, they have really hit their timing. All of this turned around from that one high ground defense. Really just catching the side of Hokori offline.
Yeah, and upwards trending graph right now. 13 level advantage here for black and yellow. An 89 win probability. Things are looking pretty good for black and yellow fans right now. I don't know. Hokori has this rough. This game isn't over yet, but things are looking pretty good for them right now.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of options for Hokori to try and close this game out because it was really just the BKBs were going to be big timing for them. And right now, like, those BKBs are wearing down. They haven't been able to win any of the more recent fights with them anyway.
You need somebody who's going to be able to fight into the Sven, and I'm not sure who that is. I mean,
I don't even think it's the Sven. I think it's the Lesh. Like, no one can kill the Leshrac right now. And he is way too much damage.
They can now. They've got Heart completed now on Night Stalker. Leshrac's going to struggle to burst through him if he's got her Defiance Black Bar Heart. But now the Sven is going to be the problem. So I think the solution to the Leshrac is this Night Stalker, but they don't have a real solution to the Sven. The Monkey King is not anywhere near as strong as him.
Zero goes in onto the high ground, right onto Gardic. The Split Earth is there. He pops the BKB to secure that one. He will just walk right on out of the base. He does have the Spell Prism, which is pretty sick.
Yeah. And,
oh my god, Lesh found a Timeless Relic, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for more.
Trickster Cloak for RDO is not bad. Stun in the mid lane, right onto the Nyx. He goes in, he gets a two-man stun on Jubei, but dies in the process. Now the question is, can he get out on the Lesh? Yule's onto himself. He does not have much to work with, but it just melts Sven. It wasn't even close. What happened to his health, neph? It's all this Monkey King. He's just doing so much work here in this fight. Zero unable to Timber Chain away, and they just clean up big. This fight just completely a disaster for black and yellow.
I think that was just Kunkka's damage. He's got a Daedalus. I think he just cleaved him down. No, you're right. It was Monkey King's damage. Wukong Command ended up doing tons there. The Sven just didn't have enough HP. He's 3,500 not being enough is kind of weird, but he just melted instantly. It felt like he was going to be able to stand his ground there, but I guess he didn't get the Warcry off.
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, the Monkey King having that Aya Scotty just made it so difficult for anyone to play into that fight. And you're right, Kunkka having the AC completed, the Daedalus, like, this is the Kunkka that I've been seeing be more successful in recent games. And dude, they are just doing a ton of damage here on these heroes now. And Vitali getting his gem back, has the Heart of Taras completed like you were talking about. Timeless Relic and a Leveler picked up here.
He doesn't really care about the magical damage of these mines right now. This will stall things out just a little bit. These mines that Jubei is placed everywhere.
Gardic almost goes down to that.
He starts putting them in the bottom lane instead of the mid lane for some reason. Probably time to start warding up the mid.
I think he just like knows anything he throws mid is gonna get instantly dewarded and stuff, so he's just kind of mining up the bottom half of the base in case they try and go for 2 lanes. But
you should put a minefield sign in the mid lane if they don't have vision of him. Yeah. They have he has an Aghanim Scepter.
That's the good mind games from techies. They managed to take a really big fight, and honestly, it swings back win probability in gold a little bit, but it's still definitely favoring black and yellow. The XP is the big difference here. Only a 3-level advantage for the side of black and yellow.
Ninja Gear now found on this Sven. I think they'll probably pass it over to Lion or Techies.
Techies needs the Spell Prism really bad.
The mana regen, the cooldown reduction is pretty big on him as well.
10-second cooldown on Blast Off as well is pretty nuts.
Certainly someone's going to hold on. Yeah, Lion's going to hold the Ninja Gear. Having the Smoke of Deceit onto him, not being able to scout him out with a Night Stalker in the fights is going to be pretty big.
Ooh, Jubei trying to get him. Not going to find it, though. And no sentry for El Misho means he can just sit in the pit here. They don't have vision of the mines, though. It's hiding just in that fog.
Yep. They're getting back because they feel like everyone is fairly close, and they are
smoked up on Hokori. There's going to be the break, and Both teams kind of afraid to go in. This is a like make or break fight. Buybacks available on 4 heroes for the side of the Radiant. They jump in and Gardic, he goes down right away. The Sven making quick work of him. He's still got his BKB. He's still got his Satanic. If they can get on top of the Kunkka and bring him down, it'd be huge, but doesn't manage to happen. And now he turns around. Nice 2-man Stormhammer into the split earth. Doesn't manage to connect. It does. Nyx Assassin's gonna die, but there's the Wukong's command, and that is all you can do on Boris. Timbersaw trying to heal himself up with this Bloodstone. You've lost your BKBs on both teams. Techies goes in, doesn't connect, jumps out, stunned up on the Night Stalker. His crippling fear managing to keep him alive. They're looking for more though. Do they have the chase? Timbersaw, it's daytime. Vitaly is in so much trouble, and he's the gem carrier. The stun, it's gonna connect. They got him. Jube. There for moral support, it seems.
AoE gold as well. He's almost got his
Zero almost caught RDO there on that tree. That would have been huge.
There.
Oh, Jube, he's in trouble. Gem's gonna get dropped up on the high ground. Call down comes through, but Stormhammer onto the Kunkka. Jube, he's dead, but Analog, this is not worth it, man. He does have buyback, but they're gonna get Gardic as well here on the Gyrocopter. His buyback's gonna be available in just about 40 seconds. They need to get their gem back. Well, buyback on 2 more. Nyx Assassin goes in and dies. He does not have his. RDO has to disengage. Analog, he's got a BKB available. RDO has his and Wukong's command. Yamsun waiting on that God Strength, just a few seconds away. These cooldowns are gonna make or break this game.
What are you...
Jube can go in for the stun. He's gonna catch him. RDO on the backside stun. He doesn't get the Wukong's command off. He pops the BKB, but the damage. Can he survive long enough? He's got the Jingu stacks, but it doesn't matter. Yamsun just beating him down. Gets the kill. The cleave's coming through, looking for Analog. That would be the dieback. If he could get the kill, it's huge. And he's down 125 seconds. Vitaly by himself on the backside against Boris by S. A second dieback comes out.
Everybody, I mean, the 2 of your 3 cores are now down. The only hero you have left is Monkey King, who had just bought out. I think he's running down mid and try to end the game here. Yeah. I'm not sure you wait to take the Roshan, but they do. Would have been great if they got the cheese on 4. Oh, yeah, he's got the cheese, He just needs to pop that and run it down.
Yeah.
Just take the mana, man.
I would agree.
Give the refresher to Sven. Let him God Strength. Boris pings him out. I think he's telling him what to do.
He's telling Yamsun, just use the refresher.
Take the refresher.
He's like, use the refresher. Go God Strength. Let's go. There it is.
Yeah.
Top lane Esk working on the tower.
They go for the safer routes if trying to breach these tier 4s while they still have Fortify available.
They don't know Yamsun used the refresher, so they are unaware of the God Strength. And now they are not. It is no longer a secret. Yamsun just beating down these tier 4 towers. RDO wondering how he can get into this fight. Wukong's command, it's available. Call down and make a little bit of space here. But you got the cheese on Yamsun still. And Hex out. Managed to catch him with the Stormhammer. Can they chase him down into the fountain? RDO pops the BKB. They get the Nyx Assassin. Gardic trying to run away. They will disengage here on the side of black and yellow. 30 seconds. They need to end this game before the Kunkka comes back up. But the Yules, his BKB expired. RDO, he's in so much trouble. The split earths and the Stormhammers. He's going to go down. Black and yellow take a 2-0 here over Hokori.
Against all odds, this game had basically looked over. The Monkey King was way too farmed. The Kunkka was doing tons of damage, but a perfect execution in a team fight. 3 BKBs coming online on black and yellow at the exact same time, along with the shard on Jube. Just perfect timing on that power spike, allowing them to turn this game around. And eventually, the Sven ended up doing too much damage. They couldn't fight into it. A hell of a performance out of them today. That was insane.
Yeah, this was absolutely wild. What a great game to end the night on. And Jube Techies, you know, there's a reason teams ban this out first phase every single time against him. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the damage done, it's just all Lesh, all Yamsun. That high ground fight was just absolutely wild. Being able to hold out and play those timings as well as they did. Unlucky for Hokori here. They really needed these wins. Again, their tournament life is also hanging in the balance. Not as much as Black and Yellow's. I mean, let's be real. No one's tournament life is hanging in the balance as much as Black and Yellow's is, but they're down, but still definitely not out. This 2-0 here will help them out a ton. They have one series left tomorrow. And their opponents are going to be infamous. So one of the best teams so far in the tournament. They got their work cut out for them. If they get a win, neph, they could potentially stay in the tournament. This 2-0 over Hokori might save them.
Yeah, I'm not sure the tiebreakers work exactly. We'll have to speak to the admins about that one, but it is going to be close. You get a 2-0, you're going to be ahead of all these teams with 6 wins. There are a lot of teams with 6 wins at the moment. Hokori, FG, 4 Gringos, Infinity Esports, but this puts Black and Yellow now at 5-11. Interesting to bring out their A game is that they're at the very bottom of the bracket here, but again, there's still a chance of them coming back. It would be an amazing underdog story.
It's exactly what it'd be. It would be an incredible underdog story. I don't think anyone would expect them to come back after the tournament start that they had, but you never know. You never know. Tomorrow we will find out. It is the final day of the group stages. We have 8 full games, 4 best of 2s. Neph and I are going to be back here bringing you all of the action once again, and it's been a blast, man. These last 3 days, like these 3 days that we've just done have been absolutely nuts. It's been a pleasure, of course, casting with you, and it's been a pleasure just watching these games.
Oh yeah. A hell of a way to end the night on a Techies game. Hopefully we can blast off to bed now. Well, one more day of these 4 games and then get ourselves ready for playoffs, which is bound to be exciting. I think the last big tournament before the international.
Yeah, let's hope I can go. We'll find out. But thank you all so much for watching. Once again, this has been the Pro Series season number 8. My name is rkryptic. I've got Neph here with me. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.